Good morning. Good morning, everyone. I'm going to be taking you through a quick tutorial of Harvest. If you do not know Harvest, it is a time tracking website app that you can use with several app integrations as well. It's really awesome and I highly recommend it. I've been using it for a little over a year now, and it's really brought amazing time management to my business as well as my husband's business, which really was essential for him to be using that app. So I'm really happy he was able to make the transition over. So I'm going to share my screen and I'm going to show you guys. I did a little behind the scenes work already just to make sure that this was as simple as possible for me to explain. If anyone needs any help or assistance, you can feel free to DM me, and I'd love to help you bring you through this process and just really using it within your business because it is so valuable. So first of all, the website is www.getharvest.com. All right, let me pull it up. Okay, here it is. So here it is today. This is the home screen right here, which kind of has a few tutorials, which is awesome. And then here is the time screen where you'll be inputting all of your time. Before you even have the opportunity to input your first entry, you're going to want to go back into manage and you're going to want to create your clients. So since my Asana tutorial, I use the example of a photographer, I decided to do the same thing here in Harvest. I know it's not going to be exact because I'm not a photographer, so I don't know a lot of the activities that might go on it, but I took a few assumptions. So the clients that I created here are back end and photo shoots. So if you're someone that wants to use Harvest in all its robustness, that will include more of a paid programming, meaning it's going to be $10, $15, $20 a month. I wanted to create this for the person that might use it for free. And I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you're only allowed to use 2 clients. So for these activities, I decided to use backend and then photo shoots. So within right here, that's under clients, I also went into tasks. They have a lot of default tasks. I archived most of those, business development, programming, that really didn't feel like it was needed for this exact project. So instead, I added some common tasks and some other tasks. So some common tasks that we might have for a photographer is editing of photos, a photo shoot, answering, sending emails, client calls, education, marketing and social media, networking, and uploading photos / sending photos. Now, I know I would usually do it a lot more detailed if I was working on a client with this, but for the sake of this tutorial, I kind of wanted to keep it very simple. So other tasks are a potential client call and then vacation. You don't really need to use it for a vacation, but if you want to, there's no problem there. So we're going to go back into, not the time yet, we're going to go into projects. And what I did was I created 2 projects. I believe in the free version, you can have 2 clients and 2 projects. I might be wrong with that. It might be 2 projects and unlimited clients, but let's just go ahead with what I have here. So I created 2 projects: back-end activities and then money-making activities. The only reason I said money-making activities is because there will actually be tasks in the money-making activities that you will get billed for. Well, the client will get billed for. So that's why I made it under that. So if I click into back-end activities, if I were to be using this regularly, it would have shown me where this is going to go over time as well as hours per week, which is awesome. Some of the things that I put in back-end activities are answering or sending emails. This would mean that it was more so for a potential client, maybe some discovery calls, just kind of planning things back and forth. Education, meaning that as a photographer and as an entrepreneur overall, as a small business owner, your education never stops. So if there's times when you're on YouTube looking up tutorials or reading from a book, etc., you're going to want to time track under that task. We then have marketing and social media. We have networking, which is maybe going to networking events, maybe hopping on a Zoom call with a few other people, whatever you qualify that as. And then there's potential client call, because I'm not sure if you're going to charge for that or not, but I'm going to assume not. Maybe you're in the beginner stages. And the last one is going to be uploading photos, sending photos. Now, the reason why I said those 2 is because, once again, maybe you're in the beginner phases and you're not quite charging for that back end work. So you'll see it here. Uploading photos, I'm not sure if photographers charge for uploading photos. So, but you do want to keep track of how long that's taking. Let me head back to projects. And now I'm going into money making activities. So this is under photo shoots. So with billable tasks here, there's editing of photos and the actual photo shoot. For non-billable tasks, there's answering and sending emails, client calls, networking, uploading photos, and sending photos. So now the reason being that I added networking into this money-making activity is, I don't know, maybe you're a niche photographer who does your own events. So maybe you networking is actually making you even more money because you're charging to hold an event. I'm not sure. And once again, maybe you're not charging for client calls right now, but maybe you might in the future. So I just wanted to make sure that that was added in there as well. So if I was a photographer and today was Wednesday for me, I would be going into new entry. Ooh, you know what I'm doing today? I'm answering and sending some emails. And maybe you want to go back in afterwards even and be like, you know what? Oh, I answered Tracy's email and also sent an email to Donnie. Because maybe you did that earlier this morning, you realized you didn't time track. I'm just gonna put 15 minutes in there for you. Gonna save that entry. Maybe it's Wednesday and you realize another backend activity you did was you uploaded some photos. So uploaded photos from Tracy's photo shoot. And maybe you're still in the process. So you're gonna put in 15 minutes, but you're also gonna start that timer. Let me just do this super slow just in case I lost anyone there. I'm gonna stop Tracy's photo shoot timer. You can also go back and do it retroactively for as long as you like. So if on Monday you had a photo shoot and you didn't remember to time track, but you were pretty sure you knew how long it took, and this is the photo shoot with Tracy again, and it was 2 hours long, boom, save entry, there's your photo shoot. Maybe something else that you did on Monday was you also had a potential client call with Donnie, and that actually lasted you an hour. Save entry. So if we were to go into reports, this is going to show where your week has gone so far. You've spent 2 hours in photo shoots, and then back end work, you spent an hour and a half. So I just want everyone to know that it's so great to get started where you want to end. I always say begin with the end in mind. And if you know that it's going to be important for you to time track because you need to make sure you watch where your time is going, Harvest is the place for you. It's an amazing resource. So I just wanted to do a quick tutorial on this one. And let me go back into Harvest. I mean, what am I saying? Harvest. Zoom. Okay, let me bring it back. I always get a little lost here. Okay, let me stop the share. Perfect. All right, guys, let me know if you have any questions. Let me know if you need help with anything. I'm always here to help, but that was a super easy beginner guide to Harvest and for a modern day photographer. Alrighty, have a great day. Bye.